Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning to another episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's first topic, get up. Greenie says that Josh Allen is having the greatest season that he's ever seen from any quarterback in the history of the NFL. Look, I wanted to make sure that I said that as slow as possible. You know why? Because when I'm talking to you guys about narratives, this is when I'm talking to you guys about narratives and why these narratives bother me so much. It's not hard to see and realize the effect and the power that media has over the minds of every and anybody that views news, sports, shows, children programs. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. And they'll come up with narratives to fit how they're thinking that way and push it until, oh my God, it becomes factual, or at least the most perceived thing becomes what people start to believe as truth. And that is exactly what's happening with Josh Allen. I'm going to play this quick snippet to hear what he says, and then we're going to break it down even further. Right? So without further ado, check the hyperbole that they're using with Josh Allen. Check this out.
So over the years, I have occasionally been accused of being prone to hyperbole. I am aware of that, and yet I'm fully comfortable saying this. In my 50 years watching football, I've never seen the quarterback position played at the level that Josh Allen has played it over the last 4 games. It might be the greatest one-month stretch by any quarterback in the history of the league. He started the stretch with a statement. He handed the back-to-back champion Chiefs their first loss, still their only loss of 2024, and finished with another, handing the Lions their first loss since week 2. So think about it. He's 2-0 against the best teams from each conference. That's one more win than all the other quarterbacks who have played Kansas City and Detroit this year combined. Meanwhile, he has put up numbers in the last 2 games that have only ever been seen before in Madden by my son playing on rookie mode. 9 days ago in L.A., Allen threw 3 touchdowns and ran for 3 more. He became the second player ever with a trio of each of those in a game. The first was Otto Graham in 1954. Allen backed that up with 2 more of each against the Lions, and thus he became the first player ever with multiple passing and multiple rushing touchdowns in back-to-back games. To summarize just how good he's been in these 4 games, he has had 8 passing touchdowns, 7 rushing, and 1 receiving. That averages out to multiple passing and multiple scrimmage touchdowns per game. No player had ever averaged that over a 4-game span ever until Allen this month. And in case I failed to mention it, he has also not been sacked in any of those 4 games, and he's turned it over once. If MVP was still a debate on Sunday morning, it was over when the clock struck 0 at Ford Field. Josh Allen has certainly all but wrapped that up thanks to this 4-game heater. And if he can extend this stretch into the new year, he will make this the time that Buffalo is finally able to capture that elusive Lombardi trophy. That's what I think. Let's get the guys in here once again.
All right, so that's where it ends. So y'all got to hear. So you think when I say the levels of ridiculousness knows no bounds. Now, I'm speaking with context. Josh Allen is having a great year. Underlined, great. It's a great year he is having. You understand? I want to make sure that I say that so everybody understands that. Josh Allen is having a great year. Great. By that same token and note, right? Lamar Jackson is having one of the greatest seasons in the history of the NFL. And this is not me speaking in hyperbole. This is speaking straight statistics and facts. I want to remind everybody this, right? Because you can't control who you play. Josh Allen has had a cupcake schedule. Outside of having to play Detroit and the Chiefs, he's had a cupcake schedule overall, right? He already played the Ravens. They don't bring that game up. They act like it never happened. He got his doors blown off. I'll tell you what happened. Blown clean off. didn't even finish the game. The game after that, which his team somehow still won, he threw for 30 passes. Completed 9 of them. Not even 10. 9. They don't bring it up. The 5 touchdown game that Lamar Jackson has just put up against the Giants, they said it don't count. It's the Giants. They're not that good of a team. Lamar Jackson has the most games. That just broke the record for games where you have more touchdowns than incompletions. Lamar Jackson's on pace for the first 4,000 passing season and 1,000 yard rushing season. He's on pace to break the quarterback passing rating that's held right now, I believe, by Aaron Rodgers. And he's doing all this while only accumulating 3 interceptions thus far. And to make it even worse, he's also on pace for 45 touchdowns. That's just passing. We're looking at a year where Lamar Jackson will get close to, if not eclipse, 50 total touchdowns. And if he stays hot, he might get 50 just with passing touchdowns. That's why I have a problem with this hyperbole that they're using for Josh. Because, once again, I get it. You like him, you love him, he's playing great. By those standards of saying, well, he has good stats and he's playing and his team is winning and everything else, Patrick Mahomes should be leading. He's lost once. Jared Goff should be leading. He's lost twice. And Jared Goff in that game, remember, the Lions, for context, are going through heavy injuries. He's facing these teams at the right time. Now, mind you, you can't help who you face. You're supposed to beat who's in front of you. But context matters. To come out and say he is putting on display the greatest quarterback performances you've ever seen is an absolute heresy to the National Football League. Because take into account, what about the year that Brady had? No month that he had was ever like that or better? You're lying. Cam Newton, when he went on his run, no month was like that? You're lying. Peyton Manning, when he was on the Denver, when he broke the 55 touchdown year, no month was like that? You're lying. Lamar Jackson, 2019, it wasn't like that? You're lying. So there's been so many quarterbacks that have great months. Great months. Even now, Josh Allen closes out the season facing the Jets twice. I'm sorry, the Patriots twice and the Jets once. That's like closing out the season. He has had an absolute cakewalk compared to the Baltimore Ravens. And his team is overall better. The Ravens have the worst pass defense, bottom 2 kicker, a bottom 10 O-line, one of the highest drop rates by percentage. Like, what are we doing here? And Lamar's still putting up those massive numbers he's been putting up. Bro, and that's what I'm saying. Take bad defense, one of the worst special teams in the league, and one of the worst kicking performances in the league. Then you take into account O-line play and drops, and this man is still exceeding expectation. And they're like, have you heard anybody talk about the type of year he's having? It's a historical season. It will go down in the annals of NFL lore. They don't bring it up. Why? Doesn't fit the narrative. That's why I have a problem with this. And anybody else, listen, he could be, if you want to make the argument that he's leading the MVP, fine, whatever, cool. But for you to come out and say it's the greatest, the MVP race is over, you've never seen nobody do this before, you're lying. Matter of fact, why am I even trying to do this and be nice about this? Double slap! Right hand side, double slap! Dark hand side, I'm tired of it, man. Like, bro, listen, you don't need all of this hoopla and trying to manipulate people's minds to get somebody to win. And that's literally what they're doing. They even flexed the game that the Bills are playing versus the Patriots in hopes that he blows them out. And they're like, oh, yeah, he wrapped it up. Look at the performance. Nasty work. I'm not going to lie to you. I think the Patriots beat him. I think he's going to have one of those games where he turns over the ball, fumbles once, maybe throws an interception, and they keep it close. Either the Bills barely get out a win or the Bills lose that game. You watch. You watch. And they're going to try to turn it all. We're going to go to another game, and I don't know what's going on. There's technical difficulties. You watch. I'm dead serious with you. I am so serious with you. But what do you guys think? Are you guys tired of the foolishness, the hoopla that is going around? Josh Allen from Jumanji. Allen. Crazy. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, please. All right? But as always, that's episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Now we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about, rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. You know I love the comments. If you have not done so already, check out the Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness, one of your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you'd like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and such stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR code. QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nothing signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yerp.
Finish him, Daddy.